Hello and welcome to Beyond the Gates, a D&D actual play podcast. My name is Adam Baeza and I play Ruinel of Tarsus, a half-elf fighter. Today I am joined by my other three fearless fighters and then our DM. Players, would you like to introduce yourselves first?
I am Mitchell Butter Caldwell. I play Erit Hardstar, a level 5 Way of the Ascendant Dragon Monk.
My name is Bryleigh Myers, and I am playing Aster Laveau.
And my name is Chelsea Willis, and I'm playing Hope Bright Shadow, a level 5 cleric.
Hi, I'm Jacob Breaux. I'm the DM, and I'm playing Captain Indy as well as Scooble. And what other NPCs come along?
All of the NPCs.
All of the NPCs.
And the story.
Yeah. Last episode we left off, and you guys had arrived to Talanthea for the first time. And as you entered the city in the Leviathan's Wrath, you came out to realize that you were surrounded by an army of Talanthians and someone who seemed maybe to be of some sort of higher power, whether he was their king or general or whatever, called out to you and asked what you were doing in Talanthea and reminded you, or I guess told you, that they don't like outsiders. So that's where we pick back up today.
Roll for Constitution.
Roll for initiative, no kidding.
Erit is staying quiet.
Oh yeah, we're sending our most charismatic Ruinel to do all the talking.
So are we like already out, like, are we already outside of the ship or are we still inside of it?
So what had happened is you all left out of the hatch with your hands up.
Okay.
Yeah, because you were surrounded.
And they shot, I had my toy dog in one hand, and they shot it out of my hand. I want to make sure that the dog is still in one piece.
Roll investigation.
Roll initiative.
Oh, this is not going to be good
Wrong
because
eye.
I have it's not going to be good because I have a -1. That's a nat 1.
You don't know where it went. You think maybe it was destroyed upon impact.
The toy dog got blown up.
That's a strong arrow.
Hope starts sniffling.
It was a spear that was thrown at it.
Strong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does Hope still have a hand?
Yes, Hope still has a hand.
Okay. Ruinel looks at Captain Indy and she whispers, "All right, how do we be diplomatic about this?"
Well, as a smuggler, I'm probably not your best source of advice here.
Why did we decide to come here again?
Erit, I'm gonna need you to distract Dr. Doom. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
What's a doctor?
Okay. Okay.
The general takes off his helmet, and underneath it's Robert Downey Jr.
I love you 3000.
Okay. Okay. Asta, do you have any ideas of what to say?
I think you got this one.
Hope is just sniffling.
By the gods. All right. What's King Man's name again? Or do we even know his name?
Yeah, you don't know his name at this point. He's the one who's asking the questions right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's already asked why we're here?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not doing the voice again right now.
Okay.
I don't feel like it's...
Okay. Okay. We've come here seeking aid. Ruinel's like absolutely terrified right now. We have come here seeking aid, and she pulls out like from the little pouch like the rock.
Slowly.
Like she keeps one hand up, all right, like still showing her surrender.
As you go to like reach towards your pocket,
Yeah,
all
for the-
the spears get like a little bit more tense in the hands of the Talanthians pointed at you.
Yeah. We have come here seeking aid, and then she pulls out, or she reaches into her hand, or into her pouch, takes out the soul stone, soul for a soul, and then holds it up, like showing that like what's in it, like what's in her palm. She says, "We've come here seeking aid because we want to free the spirit trapped in this stone. Pretty please."
With a cherry on top.
Little Terry on top.
Sorry, I wasn't ever expecting to hear Ruinel say pretty please. I wasn't prepared. I didn't know what direction you were going to go. But Ruinel saying pretty please was not where I thought that was.
Is that the name of the episode?
Ruinel says pretty please.
The one where Ruinel says pretty please.
I'm going to redub this later. But
Just ADR it.
Yeah.
Editor's note, no, I'm not doing that.
And why should the people of Talanthea help you?
Ruinel is still shaking right now. She's like, because we've traveled a great distance and someone help me, please. Out of character, someone help me, please, God. Okay, cool. No one's coming in to save me. Great.
Well, I'm thinking.
Should have helped with that door.
Wait, bruh. God.
Here it's holding grudges.
We're doomed.
We have traveled a great distance to be here, and the person trapped in the stone means a lot, and we think the person who trapped her in the stone has ill intent for the world at large, including Talanthea. And if there's any way that Sarah, the lady trapped in the stone, can help us and we can help each other, we can keep Talanthea safe and just all the world safe in general.
Full disclosure, Aster kind of steps out. Full disclosure, I don't know the person in the stone. You don't really have a lot of incentive to help us, but if you can find it in your regalness's heart and mind to assist or point us in the correct direction, whether it be here or not, that's what we would appreciate the most. There are bad things happening on the surface, but I understand you may not want anything to do with that. But if you want to, we'd really appreciate it.
Ruinel's just giving...
And she looks at Ruinel and goes, that's how you do that.
Ruinel's just giving her the death... Like, giving Aster the death glare.
Eric kind of starts raising one of his hands a little higher to, like, get attention to ask a question.
Yes, the buff one.
Do you mind if I sit down? I just want to sit.
Sure.
Thank you. Then he goes and sits down. That is the entire interaction that we just had.
So, you come here asking for our aid, intruding upon our sacred lands, to ask for help with a rock?
Because it's not just a rock. There's a soul trapped in this rock. And if we could free her, then we could work in trying to keep the evil away from Talanthea.
Well, the one that you're talking to, the cool looking one, like snaps his fingers, and a couple of the Talanthians, the armored Talanthians, like approach you to like see what the rock is and bring it to them, and they put out their hand for you to like hand it to them.
And then as Ruinel hands the rock over, she keeps talking. She says, "Well, we went to a witch's cave to try and look for the witch to try and free the soul, and the cave pointed to directions that led to Talanthea here."
Which witch?
The sandwich.
There was sand. No, I'm kidding.
There was some bread that I toasted.
Yeah. It didn't. There wasn't a name. And then Ruinel looks like Captain Indy. She says, "Did you happen to know the name of the witch?"
Captain Handy flips her hands up and shrugs her shoulders.
We don't know the name of the witch. Just that there was a cave, and that the cave had like a rail system, and it was very scary.
And where was this cave?
Where would the cave be? Like,
On an island in the sky.
it was on an island in the sky.
Interesting. And so he like takes the rock or whatever from the Talanthian guards and begins to examine it, and then he just puts it in his pocket.
Will you assist us with our quest? And then we'll leave Talanthea as it is. We won't bother you anymore. We just want help with the soul and the stone.
In our defense, no one told us we'd be trespassing if we came here.
That is also true.
That's a good point.
We are sorry about that.
Well, we don't even know how you got in. There's the gate, and the gate's protected, and you're not supposed to be able to get through the gate. That's the whole reason the gate exists. So that's another matter entirely that we have to examine. But I guess that means if you got here, then there must be some reason you got here. And we are not entirely unwilling to help your cause. But we're not exactly willing either. We don't like outsiders. So you need to prove yourself to us that you are worthy of our help.
Fair enough.
What do you deem as a worthy act to prove ourselves?
A trial.
A trial?
The door wasn't enough?
He had to punch the door. I'm kidding.
You punched my door?
I did not. I did no such thing.
If it's
He
damaged
knocked
and I have to...
He knocked really hard.
If I have to hire a contractor to fix that door, I'm going to be very upset.
What will be the trial be over?
He just ponders for a second. He looks at you and just says, "Do you accept?"
What are the consequences of failing this trial?
Not getting the help you need, possible death, and...
Taxes.
How possible is this possible death you talk about?
85 to 90% chance of fatality.
Well,
I like those odds.
we can. Well, either way, we won't have to deal with the consequences of our actions.
Your actions.
Let's do it.
God's help us.
I accept.
Do we all have to accept, or is one exception enough?
Does she speak for your group?
Eric gives a thumbs up.
I guess.
I guess.
Good
For
enough.
this one moment, Aster looks at Ruinel. Only this time.
Cool. And so he just nods his head and signals to the guards. He points, and you hear the spears start thudding again, like a goom, 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 and they start marching to form a line to what's the word? They form two lines to basically show you where to go, opening a path to walk through them.
Right.
They're like, do.
You put a lot of emphasis on the word line there.
Sorry.
The lines. All right. I guess Ruinel starts walking as the head of the party for now.
Here it gets up.
Hope looks around for her dog one more time.
Roll a perception check. Or investigation. Sorry.
Can I assist in that?
Sure.
It's a 16.
So it's 15.
No, it's a 16.
Oh, I
'cause
thought you
17 minus 1 is
I thought you had
16.
it. Okay.
Yeah, you see it over on the floor, or on the, I guess not the floor, your floor, but the roof of the
Leviathan's Wrath.
Leviathan's Wrath, and it's over there, and it's got a small chip in one side of it, but it's mostly unharmed. It's not broken into multiple pieces.
Can I get it?
Sure.
That's a strong dog.
I get it.
It's a strong dog toy.
I get it. Hold it close to me. She's a little bit less stressed out now.
It's is there gonna be a straight courthouse, or where are we going? Where are we being led to?
Gotta find out.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said Ruinel's is already walking.
Okay. So as you go through, you approach another set of gates, chain gates that open up into a large room.
So after going beyond the gates,
Look, I missed so many opportunities to put gates in the first two episodes. I've got to make up for it now.
yeah. Okay, so what's behind do I have to roll investigation for what's behind the chain gates, or?
No, you can see through them.
Okay.
It's just a large room.
Okay, it's just a large room. All right. Ruinel leads the party beyond the gates into the large room.
Okay.
What does everyone else do? I guess.
Following, clutching the dog toy.
Irit is mind talking to Terry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you want to be out here right now.
Ruinel looks at Captain Indy. All right. How do you think we're going to get out of this if things go awry. What do you mean you don't know?
Pretty sure Captain Indy has as much information as we do right now.
What could the trial possibly be? We haven't.
Beats me, man. I don't know.
All right, can we investigate the room?
Sure. Are you gonna go ahead and step all the way into it?
Yeah. Oh, I thought we already had. Yeah.
Okay, so you're all the way in the room now.
Yeah.
They close the gates behind you, and as you enter, and so you can see it's a giant circular room, and above you, it lights up, and you can see that there are stands like bleachers all the way around.
It's a coliseum.
Ruinel.
I think we're about to find out.
Ruinel is both like fearful, but also is like, finally.
So, yeah. So as the seats light up, you see that they're filled with Talanthians, and it's rapidly filling, and the thudding continues. Goom, 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 and they lock the gates behind you and close it off, and you hear the one in charge. I don't know how to refer to him other than that, but because you still don't know his name, but the one that's in charge, you hear him call out, "Let the trial begin."
All right.
And then you see two-headed whatevers go.
Objection.
And the ground in the middle opens up. It's its entire like sand floor. The ground opens up in the middle, and a platform raises up, and you see something with wings, and it's very large.
It's a sandworm. I'm kidding.
It's another dragon.
Sounds like a battle, lads.
Why don't you go ahead and roll, I guess, perception to see if you realize or like understand or see what's the word.
You can perceive what you're looking at.
Yeah, like you as a player have already figured out probably what's happening, but you as a character, let's see if your character understand what's happening.
I don't know.
You're like, I know nothing.
I know nothing.
8.
13.
Okay.
Oops. Nat 20, baby.
So
First
Aster, you realize that as this black figure is coming up, that maybe you think it's a shadow or something. You realize that it's actually scaled, and that in fact that there's a black dragon in the middle.
What?
And Hope rolled a nat 1, so she has no idea what she's looking
And
at.
Hope thinks that like someone turned the light off in the middle of the arena.
No, Hope's still looking at the dog, at the toy dog.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Aster goes, it's a black dragon.
Ruinel just kind of accepts her fate already, but then so we still have our weapons on us and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so as all this happens, Scooble looks at Captain and he goes,
Well, I'm good. I'm gonna sit this one out. Do you want to come with?
and Captain Indy nods at Scooble, and they get inside of his backpack, inside the corner, so they're inside his house,
Captain Indy, no!
and they lock it behind him.
Dang it.
Bloody cowards.
Can I roll a history check to see, like, what I know, like, what working knowledge about black dragons I have?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Can I also do the same?
Sure.
Can I go into magnitude 2?
Ooh,
Yes.
that is not good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's a 6.
So history.
I will take my damage now. Alright, cool.
She does not.
16.
I have meta knowledge, but not in-game knowledge.
Okay, so you know that they're massive, clearly. Let's see if I can give you the size class for what. Yeah, so it's considered a huge class, 15 by 15 foot.
Well, I'd rather this.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, and you know that they are very strong. They're amphibious, and yeah, they're pretty tough.
It gets in a battle stance.
Okay.
Ruinel draws her swords.
I don't want to kill a dragon.
It's kill or be killed at this point.
Are we sure?
Do you not realize the trial is probably this is the trial?
Do
Okay,
you
you see a coliseum, you see a monster in the middle, you don't think, okay, it's gonna kill me?
He's got a really fair point.
I might have a -1 to intelligence, but I have a +2 to wisdom.
I'm just saying. There's a slim possibility that this isn't supposed to be brute force challenge. Has anybody considered that?
Have you considered that you're insane?
You know
Yes, but you know what? I'm still a part of your party, so what does that make you?
Yeah, Aster, go pet the
what? You know what,
dragon.
Asta? You go talk to it.
In the off chance that it is going to try to kill us, may the gods bless every single one of you. And she casts bless.
Bless.
So we get a plus D4 to saving or attacking.
Yeah.
Just once or every single time?
Until the spell ends.
Okay.
You two are almost skilled with enchanting or talking to creatures. Do you think you can tell it to stand down at all? Maybe. I don't think this is a very fair fight, but at the same time, this is our trial, so maybe we could try and talk it down so that we don't have to deal with the full brunt of it.
Irit tells Terry to go hang out with Hope. And I'm assuming Terry kind of runs out of the shirt, kind of hops on, kind of looks at Hope.
Terry like climbs down out of your shirt and stands on the ground next to you, and he also enters magnitude.
Little bit.
And live and learn by.
That's literally what I'm
just
listening
kidding.
to right now in my earbuds.
We can't copyright.
No, yeah. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, he enters magnitude beside you. Why don't you all go ahead and roll me a wisdom save?
What?
Oh gosh.
Are we about to get our minds messed up?
That's gonna be bad.
I gotta. Where's my wisdom?
I did not pass that.
Oh, wait, hold on. You had my bless. Okay. I went from a 6 to a 7.
I got a 4.
Okay.
Did you add your bless?
No, but I don't know. Oh wait. So I got a 4. So I got an 8 then.
No, you have to roll your D4.
Oh, that's right. Well, I got a 5.
11.
6.
We rolled with d20s this time and not d12s.
Yes.
Okay, so you now have the condition frightened.
I was already there.
Yeah, but now you have the condition.
Did it just roar and then we all got frightened?
It just looked at you.
Menacingly.
Oh god.
So the frightened condition, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear, which would be the dragon, is within line of sight, and you also can't willingly move closer to it. You can try to resave at the end of your turn, but everyone go ahead and roll initiative unless someone has something they would like to do outside of initiative that is not combat based.
19 plus 2, 21.
Same.
9.
So what's your dex?
My dex is plus 2.
Plus 2. I have a plus 3.
14. Can Aster do one thing before this gets going?
Sure.
Aster looks at the dragon and goes, "Is there any chance you don't want to fight and you would like to talk this out?"
We'll go ahead and say we're going to put this before he looks at you. When he looks at you, you become frightened. So we'll say that happens, and then he looks at you, and you immediately, like, chills down your spine.
I have no desire to fight a dragon.
I don't think any of us do.
First up in initiative is Hope.
Well, I will go ahead and cast my bonus action, Spiritual Weapon. You create a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration or until you cast this spell again. When you cast it, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
Okay.
The range is 60 feet. How close is the dragon?
He's 120 feet away from you right now.
Okay, so I'm just going to cast it at 60 feet. And it's going to take the form of whatever I choose. And normally it would take like a hammer or a sword or something, but she's seeing her life kind of flash before her eyes with this dragon, and she's feeling bad about the fact that she stole the pen from Indy, and so it manifests as a pen.
Okay, that's fun.
Solid.
Is that a giant pen?
cast that at level 2.
Okay.
And then as an action, well, she can't move closer because she's frightened.
Correct.
So let's see.
Your fate has been written down.
Oh gosh, it would have been. Oh, I should have cast this on Beacon of Hope because it would have given people advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Next turn.
Too late.
Well, didn't you say you could try and do a resave at?
Yeah,
Yeah,
at the end of your
okay.
turn, you get a resave. But what she would have cast would have given everyone advantage on that.
On that first save.
Well, no, I was just checking.
The spell cast. Choose any number of willing creatures. So I'm still gonna cast it, and so at the end of your turn, you just get to roll with advantage.
Wait, is it a
Oh
bonus
no,
action?
it's a concentration spell. I can't cast it because I'm doing bless.
You're concentrating on.
Yeah.
Well, is spiritual weapon something you have to concentrate on?
No,
Okay, cool. I didn't think so. I was just checking.
I mean it doesn't show. Well, it does say concentration. So everyone just lost their bless.
That's
It's fine. Everything is fine. She's scared, man. She's doing everything wrong. Resistance. Okay. You touch one willing creature of your choice once before the spell ends. The target can roll a d4. So that one's everything's concentration. Okay, I'll do Word of Radiance then. It's one action. For each creature of your choice that you can see, they must pass a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 of radiant damage.
Okay, so what's the save?
At the top here, it says DC 14. Is that it?
Okay, yeah, that would be it. And then what's your what's the modifier? Is it a Wiz save, Constitution save, Dex save?
He has to roll a Constitution saving throw, but I have a +3 to the Wisdom on the casting, if that's what you're...
No. Okay, yeah, so Constitution save. And so 14 or higher?
Yeah.
He fails, so he takes that damage. Do you want to go ahead and roll for it?
I rolled an 8.
An 8, okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah. Because
Okay.
I can't go anywhere.
Next is Ruinel.
All right. Well, all my attacks are close quarters, but I can't get close to the thing because I'm scared.
Oh, I need to re-roll the Wisdom.
Yes, go ahead and re-roll your Wisdom save.
Is 18.
18. Let's see what it was. Okay, yeah. So you pass. So you are no longer frightened, and you're immune to frightful presence for 24 hours.
Sweet.
So you can't have it put back on you basically during this fight.
Okay, and everybody does get to roll with advantage. They just don't get the d4s anymore because
Why do they get to roll with advantage?
she cast the
Nullified the bless.
because they were
cast
both
that other spell?
concentrate. Yeah, because she cast bless so that they could get the d4, and then she turned around and cast something that gave them advantage on wisdom saving throws, but then it canceled the bless because they're both concentration spells.
Didn't you also have spiritual weapon though up? And didn't you say spiritual weapon was constitution as well?
Oh my
She
gosh.
said it was not
Or
concentration.
concentration?
I don't. Hold on. I have a really jacked up turn. No, it's just a bonus action. Duration 1 minute for spiritual weapon.
Cool. Making sure. I didn't think it was, but then I thought that you said it was, and I think I just misheard. Okay, cool. So yeah, so you're no longer frightened. Ruinel, it is now your turn.
So I can't get close because of the frightened status. Honestly, can I just go ahead and just re-roll for the?
Yeah, they'll just
Yeah,
be the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And so you get advantage.
14.
Is that? Do you have any mods?
That's
with
with the
his
mod.
yeah.
That's with the mod. Okay, yeah. So you're still frightened.
All right, that's it.
Okay. And next initiative is the dragon, and he is going to step closer to you guys, and he is going to go to what's your marching order from when you came in?
It was Ruinel. Oh God.
Yeah, Ruinel first, and I don't think we really established, but I think
I visualized myself in the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I visualized the
Like
Irit and Ruinel kind of first and second, and then the two of them in the back.
Okay. The dragon's gonna try and bite Terry. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll cry.
He's gonna have charred ferret for dinner.
The dragon's going to go ahead and go to bite Ruinel.
All right. What do I roll anything?
No, hold on. So Ruinel, what's your AC? Does a 26 hit?
Yes.
You're gonna take 7 points of piercing damage and 3 points of acid damage.
All right. So it's 10. Okay. So
10 points in total of damage, but if you have resistances or immunities or anything like that, that would.
not right now.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Resistant to acid damage.
So that's his first attack, and so he's going to try and swipe at you with his claws. What's your AC?
14.
He hits. He got a 14. You're going to take 6 points of slashing damage, and then he's going to attack one more time. Yeah, no, he hits again. And then you take 5 points of slashing damage. And that's going to end its turn. And it is now Aster's turn.
Aster is going to attempt to cast suggestion.
Okay.
Yep. She's going to attempt to cast suggestion. Spell save DC is 14. That is a whiz save.
Whiz save.
Yep.
He fails.
Cool. All right. She is going to suggest, fingers crossed, that they
Hold on.
understand common. Okay, so Aster is going to cast suggestion, and she's going to say to the dragon, "If you can understand me, please stop fighting us. We don't want to fight." And that's it.
So the dragon stops and looks at you, and you can see a glimpse of understanding in its eyes, and it turns to walk away. And as it does so, Talanthians kind of come in to the arena and start stabbing the dragon. And it makes the dragon angry again. And it doesn't start attacking you directly, but it's not happy anymore. It was just generally mad because it was a dragon beforehand. Mm-hmm. Now it's furious and is enraged and is kind of going about the entire arena.
Okay, I want to stab the guards now.
I know, so do I. Now I want to fight the Talanthians.
And so
You want to fight the Talanthians with
Yes.
me?
Aster, why don't you go ahead and roll that wisdom save to see if you're not frightened anymore.
8.
8?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It is now Irit's turn.
Can I turn around and walk backwards?
I would like to hold my action what's the thing where if condition happens, then do action. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
As a reaction.
Yeah.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
If the dragon gets close enough for me to punch it, I want that to be the reaction.
Understood.
And then I would like to take the end of my turn so then I can do my
Go ahead.
saving throw. Does a 19 succeed?
Yes, correct, it does.
Yes, sir.
So Irit is now no longer frightened.
Yes, he looks over at Terry and gets the confidence boost he needs.
Terry gives you the ferret equivalent of a thumb up, which is just absolute cinema.
No, wait.
Hands up.
Yeah, it's to the power of friendship.
The power of Terry.
And so initiative starts back over with Hope.
Well, Hope is angry that they stabbed the dragon, but I don't really have a whole lot that I'm working with. I'm assuming that they're on the other side of the dragon and that they're 100 and something feet or something.
You guys remember in Attack of the Clones, whenever they they're geonosing it.
It's literally, hot take, one of my favorites.
That entire sequence from Attack of the Clones is awesome.
It is.
I just like Attack of the Clones, man.
Yeah.
I enjoy it just entirely.
It's got some points that are kind of not so great, but it's pretty good.
I'm assuming. Well, I can move, I think 30 feet towards them. So if I can get within range of them, I want to move the 30 feet, move my pen, and hit one of them. So I guess roll to hit. So that's does a 23 hit?
Yes, the 23 hits. So go ahead and roll for your damage.
4 plus 3 is 7.
Okay. Yeah, so you're able to... How are you attacking with the pin? Is it like a stabbing motion with the end of the pin? Or is it like a... Well, I guess it'd probably be more like a feather pin, right? Are you like trying to like smack it with the feather?
Well, like in my modern brain, I was thinking that the pin goes click and then she dabs them, but it would. Fun. But I don't. They wouldn't have pins like that. I don't think.
No, but I guess you could.
Just sharpen like a feather pin.
Yeah, so it would be like a quill then, and it would be like a stabbing, jabbing motion.
Yeah. So as you make contact with the Talanthian, all of the guards turn to have their spears now pointed at you. And Big Boss Man calls out, "Do not violate the terms of my trial."
You didn't give us any we didn't give us any terms.
You gave us no terms.
There were no terms, so we have not violated any terms.
Basically, he doesn't mean that like, oh, you did whatever, but like you're directly attacking his people. And clearly the trial was not to fight his people.
They stepped into the ring, bud.
Hope gives the leader a dirty look. Hope starts crying and casts a sacred flame.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And
it says a flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you see within range. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
okay, it's a 14 and you said dex save?
Yeah. So I'm gonna target one of the guards to try to see if I can get him to drop the weapon.
The same guard?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And let's see. That was a natty. That's a natty 20. So no, you did not hit him. Was it half damage or?
No,
No. Okay.
It just says 1d8 radiant damage.
Yeah, so you hit the spear and it like loosens his grip on it. He almost loses it, but he maintains his grip on it. Yeah. And next, is that your turn?
Because I'm not gonna move anywhere. So yeah, that would be my turn.
Did you save last time? You did, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she just gives them all dirty looks.
Okay. Ruinel?
So Ruinel is going to use one transform for her arm.
Okay.
And just kind of like try and spear the black dragon with it.
Okay.
Or actually, how close is it actually?
You're within range.
I'm within. Okay. Well, actually, because I can't get. So if it's already close to me, then can I attack her with just just straight swords or?
You could. You'd have to move up a little bit, but it's within range of your arm for sure. It's within range of after you moving with your regular swords as well.
Okay, but I still can't move towards it. That's
You're
the
still
thing.
feared.
I'm still feared.
Yeah.
So okay.
Fearing.
That's okay. So I was just curious to see if it was close enough already. Could I just go ahead and move towards it? But never mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use one transform of the arm.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to use the spear.
Okay.
Which do I? Okay. So. Roll d6, I guess, or do I roll a d12.
Roll your attack to hit.
Okay, sorry.
You're good.
That's a D20. That's a D20.
No. Roll for the attack to hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Roll the D20.
I keep the d20 separate from everything else. Nat 1.
Ruinel, go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, okay. 1d12 plus 4 damage. All right. Am I gonna hit myself, or am I gonna? Oh.
That's not what I'm thinking.
7 plus 4, 11.
Okay, Ruinel, take 11 points of damage. Ruinel, as you go to grow your arm, you go to like step into it, and you spear yourself through the foot into the sand. I know you thought I was going to kill Terry. I wasn't gonna.
No, that's
yet.
not what my thought process was. But
What
I'm
was
not
your
going to
thought
tell
process?
you. I don't want to tell you.
What was your thought process?
I don't want to tell you.
What was your thought process?
I really don't
You
want
should
to
tell
tell
me.
you. This is already locked in.
It's locked in.
I thought you were going to have him stab one of the guards.
Oh.
Accidentally stab a guard.
How's Ruinel holding up?
At 8.
It's fine. You're fine.
All right, and then can I do a wisdom save?
Yeah.
So at 9 then. I'm filled with an insurmountable amount of rage right now.
And fear.
And fear. Yeah. Let's see. What's the wisdom? Yeah, it's a wisdom. Okay, I know. So Ruinel still fails the wisdom save, and is still scared of the dragon. And so the dragon goes next, and he was gonna attack Ruinel if Ruinel actually made contact, but he's not gonna do that. So he's going to go for some of the Talanthians, and he's just going to swing his tail. And he hits and knocks one of the Talanthians across the arena into the wall, and they slump down. Yeah, that's going to be the dragon's turn. So next up in initiative is Aster.
How many feet? Because I know you said the dragon walked away, and then the Talanthians came out. Are they within 60 feet of me?
Maybe like 1 or 2.
Okay.
They're mostly surrounding the dragon on the other side of you.
Okay.
The other side of the dragon.
Cool. So I want to. Ooh. How many feet away is the guy in charge?
Sorry, he's up in the stands. You're not going to be able to reach him from where you are.
Okay.
Because you would have to get up the wall and then into the stands, and then up to like basically the version of like a press box or something at a football stadium.
Noted. Okay. Whichever Talanthian is closest to me, I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force. So you craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of a creature that you can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, you create a phantasmal object, creature, or other visible phenomenon of your choice that is no larger than a 10-foot cube and that is perceivable only to the target for the duration. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs. This includes sound, temperature, and other stimuli, also evident only to the creature. It's a DC 14 intelligence save.
And you're doing that on a Talanthian?
Whichever Talanthian is closest to me.
And he got an natty 20.
No. Okay. Yeah, so I guess he probably just like sees something flicker in his mind and then he doesn't.
Dismisses it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna roll to see if I am no longer frightened. Nat 20.
Nice. Yep. So you're no longer frightened of the dragon.
Yay.
You can now move freely.
Fab. I'm gonna move closer.
It ends your turn.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
She got so
Sorry.
sad.
Yeah. next turn.
High level of excitement followed by a deep level
High level of
sadness.
excitement. Yeah.
And so Irit, it is now your turn.
How far away is the dragon from Irit right now?
50 to 60 feet away.
Okay. I'm going to use all 50 of my movement speed to run over to the dragon.
Okay.
And try to punch him with lightning damage.
Okay, go ahead.
Does a 25 hit?
It does.
Thank you. 9 plus 6 damage. That's 15 damage. 15 lightning damage to the dragon.
Okay.
And then I would like to use my extra attack to attack once more. Does an 18 hit?
No.
Okay. In that case, I would like to use one of my key points for Flurry of Blows to then get to use my bonus action to make 2 additional unarmed strikes.
Go ahead.
Does a 25 hit?
It
DM?
does.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 16 lightning damage.
Okay.
Then my final attack of the turn. Does a 24 hit, my dear DM?
Yes, it does.
Awesome. An additional 10 lightning damage. And that will be my turn.
Got it. And so back up to top of initiative with Hope.
Dear DM, I would like to I would like to
Beg.
beg for mercy from the gods in order to do 2 bonus actions. One would be Shield of Faith, which for a bonus action, a shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting it a +2 bonus to AC for the duration. It would be concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then, well, no, because instead of doing 2 bonus actions, I'll do this action. And that way he'll get, how close, can I touch him? Can I touch Ruinel?
Yeah, she's probably about 30 feet away from you.
Okay, so she runs up to Ruinel and slaps both of her hands onto her shoulders and casts Cure Wounds. It's a creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus spell casting modifier. Has no effect on undead or constructs.
Okay.
So I will cast that at level 3, and that's 23. 23 bonus,
So I got
20 health points. Health points.
31.
Nice.
Just like organs coming out and then just shove them back in my stomach. All right, I'm good.
That's how it works, yeah.
It's like a Resident Evil 8. You just pour some liquid on your hand. Whoops, stitch back together. That's it.
Listen, you can survive for a certain amount of time with all your organs hanging out.
And then you added the armor class too, right?
Yeah, you have Shield of Faith, so it's +2 to AC,
Okay, so
and then the extra health.
yeah, so 16 armor class now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy now?
Yay.
I didn't attack a guard. I didn't attack a dragon, and I helped. You're welcome.
Yay.
I make no promises.
Bruh.
All right, is that the end of your turn, Hope?
Yeah.
And
I moved, I actioned, and then I bonus actioned.
sweet.
Wait,
And-
do you already have your wisdom save done?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm checking.
All right, Ruinel, it is now your turn.
All right. Okay, so has the dragon moved closer at all to me, or?
No, it hasn't.
Okay. I am going. You said I only have 2 attacks, in total for the 2 transforms, right, for the arm.
Correct.
Okay, so I've already used 1.
Yeah, you could just pull it out of your foot, I guess,
Yeah.
and then stab again.
Okay.
But
Owie. Okay, my foot, the hole in my foot's closed now. Thank you, Hope. Okay, I'm going to just, and then turning it back into just a normal arm doesn't waste the transformation, right?
correct.
Okay, so just turn it back into the normal arm.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not close enough to try and hit it with any of my actual weapons, right?
I don't believe so, unless you have a throwing knife or something like that.
I've got a hand axe, but can I throw the hand axe?
I think you can throw hand axes.
Okay, so then I'm going to throw the hand axe.
Okay.
Am I rolling with advantage or just rolling?
Just roll disadvantage because you're frightened.
Still frightened.
Okay.
You roll disadvantage. So okay. You already have.
Yeah, I took all the D20 out of this bag just to use them. I got a 16 and a 6.
So, yeah, Ruinel winds up and throws her hand axe, and it flies through the air and then just lands in the sand about 10 feet away from the dragon.
Well, it's better than hitting a guard or hitting a crowd member.
Yeah, if you would have had a natty one, maybe, but
Then I'll just do the wisdom save.
okay.
Does a 12 cancel it out?
Nope. It's a DC 16.
Bruh. All right.
And that means it is now the dragon's turn. And I guess the closest to the dragon at this, yes. Yeah, would be Irit. So the dragon is going to turn around to face Irit, who is on one side. And it is going to go ahead and make a bite attack. Does a 30 hit?
No. I'm kidding. Yes, it does.
I was like, what armor class do you have?
When, fam?
That's double my AC, by the way.
Okay, so you take 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And it's going to follow up with its claws again. Does a 22 hit?
No.
Does not.
No, it does. It does. It doesn't.
Oh,
I'm messing
okay. I
with
wasn't
you.
sure.
No, my AC is 15 right now.
Okay. So it's going to go ahead and swipe at you with its claws. And does 8 points of slashing damage. It's going to follow one more time with its claws. Does a 24 hit?
Yes.
Okay. And it deals 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay, doke.
And that is going to end the dragon's turn. Aster, that means it is now your turn.
Okay. Would you say, so from where the dragon is and where the Talanthians are that are attacking it, do they all fall within a 30-foot cube?
Aside from the one that the dragon knocked to the other side of the arena, yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern. That's a whiz save 14.
Okay.
So you create a twisting pattern of colors that weaves through the air inside a 30-foot cube within range. The pattern appears for a moment and vanishes.
Okay.
The duration is 1 minute, though, so one round. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. The spell ends for an effective creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
Okay. So basically, you're just going to try and freeze all of them at once.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's a what?
It's a DC Wiz 14. Do you want me to keep track for you?
Yes.
Okay.
So write down 10 spots. And you have save, fail, save, save, fail, 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 save, fail, fail. Yes, all of the ones that how many saved and how many failed?
3 saves, 1, 2, 3, 4 saves, 6 fail.
Cool. Yeah. So one of the ones that failed was the dragon.
Okay.
So you're able to hypnotize or whatever the dragon and 5 other of the Talanthians, and then the 4 that succeeded.
Okay. So 4 Talanthians succeeded.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to move forward. How many feet did you say they were away from us at that point? 60 feet was like the closest person. I'm going to move 50 feet up.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
Cool. So that's the end of Aster's turn, and that means it is now Irit's turn.
So
He's the closest, so he would see, in theory, people go.
Oh, would that affect Irit? Yeah.
Oh no.
Irit, you need to roll a wisdom save.
Oh no.
Did Ear just become under your control?
11.
No, you failed.
Irit failed the save, so Irit is now also just starstruck, basically.
Will that take me out of magnitude or anything?
What? Read the.
He's incapacitated.
No, it
Everybody
doesn't.
starts
It doesn't take you out of magnitude, Irit. It just means that you'll continue to take damage and not be able to do anything about it.
Well, shoot, man.
I just realized
Terry do
that,
anything?
Yeah, because I was
Was
that's
Terry
ex-
with you?
I have no idea.
No,
He got on the-
Terry was with hope, I thought.
No, he got on the ground and he went into magnitude.
Yeah, but Terry hasn't done anything.
That's
He
true.
hasn't done
Terry's
anything.
just been standing there. I hadn't entered Terry in initiative because you hadn't said anything about him. So
Well, because I figured you're controlling Terry.
yeah, I just wasn't gonna get him killed. So I was trying to be nice to you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no. So Terry is still standing pretty much where the whole thing started. So okay, so that means that it is back up to the top of initiative since Irit cannot do anything to Hope.
Oh, goodness. Hope walks over and slaps him. What are you doing, man? Wake up! Smack, smack, smack.
I mean, that
Okay.
would work.
Yeah.
There's no crying in baseball.
Yeah, so that works, and Irit has been restored.
I will cast Cure Wounds at level 2. That's 12. That'll be it. I'm just gonna keep holding. I'm not gonna attack anyone or do anything. I'm just supporting people right now.
So then, Ruinel, is now your turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, so has the dragon moved away so I can go grab the axe?
Dragon is
No.
incapacitated.
Oh,
But it is incapacitated, but that, I mean, you also are still scared of it,
Yeah.
regardless of it's incapacitated, so you still can't move towards it.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing if I attack it, I'm going to also wake it back up.
Correct. Yeah, that would bring it out of its incapacitated state.
All right.
You've got Talanthians who are incapacitated too.
Make an appeal. We've incapacitated the dragon twice.
Yeah.
Twice now.
Twice now.
All right.
Okay, so what's the plan after we friend the dragon? Attack all of the
We just say
No, we just
we just
don't
say
do anything.
we just say like we've defeated the dragon. You didn't give us any stipulation, any rules.
There were
anything.
no terms. There
Yeah.
were no anything. Like, how do we know that killing the dragon does anything? If they are afraid that we're here to hurt them, what's the best way to prove that we're not going to hurt them is to like just not attack anyone or anything.
All right. I'm gonna pull a fast one. I'm about to end this man's whole career. Ruinel's going to look. So the dragon's obviously incapacitated.
Mm-hmm.
So are the Talanthian guards. Are there anyone like there aren't any that are?
There,
Are there actually like a few that are still?
there's 4 Talanthians that are not incapacitated right now.
And are they gonna try and wake the dragon up or do anything, or am I just gonna have to like? Okay, it's gonna have to.
I'm not gonna tell.
Right. Ruinel is going to look up towards wherever King Man is, and she's gonna say, "Do you not see that we're not trying to fight? We want to have peace. We've even tried to resolve this matter peacefully. You do not give us any terms as to how we defeated the dragon, and right now it is incapacitated. We do not want to fight it. We do not want to end this life. We do not want to come. We do not come here to seek battle. We just want help." And then we will leave you alone to your own devices.
You see the little hand reach out of the press box, pointing at Irit, and he goes, "That one wants to hurt the dragon."
It attacked me first.
It attacked me first, actually. But anyways, I nearly died, but we're still trying to resolve this matter peacefully. It's a matter of self-defense versus murderous intent.
That's a fact.
That might be the smartest thing she said all day.
Objection! Hold it!
Objection, that was rude.
Objection! I really want to slap her. But anyways, but it's nothing against you. That's everything against her.
That wouldn't be peaceful.
We do not want to fight. We do not want to hurt any of your people or to come here and disturb your way of life. We just want to receive assistance from you because the witch's map led us to here. We just want your assistance, and then we will leave you forever.
And you don't get a response, but you hear the goom, 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 goom start back up in the stands around you, and big boss man comes out into the arena with you all, and he says, "The first test you have passed."
Yes!
And
Thank you!
He looks at all of you, and he's still like squinting his eyes at Irrit a little bit because Irrit was very aggro, and he's not really sure what to think about why Irrit was so aggro.
It's just an idiot.
He can tell maybe that like the one brain cell just bonked. Like Irrit got hit, the brain cell bounced from one end of his head to the other side of his head and back to the front, and it just meant fight. I don't know.
Well, so he says that. He says, there's assumedly no more fighting, right? Assumedly no more fighting, right?
Everyone, no, there's no one attacking you currently.
All right, so then Irrit would deactivate magnitude.
All right. And Terry also deactivates magnitude. And Terry feels very good about his accomplishments.
Of doing nothing.
Of doing nothing.
Good job, Terry.
Irrit puts his arm kind of to the ground for Terry to come run up his shoulder.
Yeah, Terry runs up and then goes and curls into a ball and sits on your head. Yeah. And so he looks at you all and says, "You still have one final test." And he starts walking over to the dragon and motions you to follow him.
Can Ruinel walk to it even though she's still terrified?
Why don't you go ahead and make me one more
Roll wisdom
roll
saves
wisdom
until we
save.
get
All
there.
right, with disadvantage or?
No advantage.
Technically, it says you don't willingly walk towards it. So
I
one
got
of
a
us
10
can
and a
drag
9.
you there.
Yeah, that's true. They could move you. You
Yeah.
Oh, gods, please. Not right now.
Irrit goes, whatever, and walks over and goes, hold on. Lifts Ruinel.
Hey, put me down.
You can't walk. Apparently.
Oh, little Ruinel scared of the dragon. The dragon who's not doing anything right now.
Don't specify right now in front of her.
Hey, we can be reasonable about this, Irrit. Put me down.
Well, I tried. Continues.
Hope follows.
Yeah,
Okay. And he puts his hand on the dragon, and the dragon turns around, and the dragon opens its mouth, and he says, "Stick out your hand."
I'm
Ruinel's
assuming Irrit plants Ruinel onto the ground.
Ruinel's shaking as she offers the wooden arm because it's
He's telling this to all of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Ruinel's hand is shaking the most.
Okay. You feel your hands start to hurt as acid just comes out of the dragon's mouth on your hands. It goes on for a few seconds, and as the dragon stops, your hands are still there. And he taps the dragon, and the dragon begins to dissolve into sand. And the sand forms and crawls towards you, and a woman appears in front of you.
It's a sandworm.
It's a dragon.
No,
It's a
no.
woman.
It's the humanoid
I know.
of the dragon.
I know. No,
It's
but
a
I
woman.
just heard sand and thought sandworm.
It's a woman.
It's a
And
woman.
Is this the witch?
the sand witch then looks at you and says, "I heard you were looking for me."
This episode of Beyond the Gates features Adam Baeza as Ruinel of Tarsus, Mitchell Caldwell as Irrit Hardstar, Bryleigh Myers as Aster Laveau, and Chelsea Willis as Hope Brightshadow. This episode was written and edited by Jacob Breaux, produced by Jesse Adkins, with the main theme being composed by Stephen Matherne. If you like our show, please be sure to share it with your 2,000 or 3,000 friends and rate us on your listening platform and follow us on Instagram at Beyond the Gates Pod. Our next episode will drop on April 23rd, so stay tuned and we'll see you then.
And y'all wanted to kill it. I'm just saying, y'all wanted to kill her. I said not to. Hope was the only one that saw reason here. All right, she's done crashing out.